he blew the socks off of everybody, and he continues to be the star, and it was the beginning of his stardom, right? I mean, you know, you were there. And if he wasn't so involved in it way back when, we wouldn't be sitting here tonight, I think, espousing what this movie really means, I think, socially and politically, and just having a hell of a good time. You know, I think it's Tim Curry. We must have.
I think it's the creative team.
Well, he was part of the creative team.
He was the brilliant performer that I find, who else could have played that role? Nobody, and I give him all the credit in the world for being that amazing performer. And when we were doing the live show in London, everyone every night just fancied him to death and all thought they had a go at it because he was playing bisexual. And yes, Tim is the sixth element to make that film and theatre production happen.
When I first saw Tim, I saw him on stage at the Roxy Theater in Los Angeles, and they were talking about me playing Brad, and I said, I'm not so sure about that, right? So I went and saw it at the place, at Roxy, and I remember walking in, and there were these phantoms, but I think it was the other cast members, right, who brought people to their seats,
yeah,
and then they would just sort of lurk around.
They had clear masks on,
That's
very
right.
Sinister.
Yeah, there weren't such a thing as Transylvanians then. That's all something that was invented. For the movie, right? So I went in, and one of these phantoms sat me at a table, and I looked around, and all of a sudden I felt something under the table, and I realized that somebody was sucking on my toes, and it was the guy who was playing Rocky, Kim Milford, that night.
Wow.
And I sat there and I said, I got to do this movie.
So, Barry, you ended up taking the role of Brad, and ever since this movie came out, you've been called an asshole for 50 years. What is it like being called an asshole for 50 years now?
Has anybody here ever just not inflated your spare tire in your car? Yeah, well, you're the assholes then, right there. Why am I called an asshole from the moment I stepped my first foot in this film, and just because I don't fill up the tire in the car, I'm an asshole. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Well, you won't forget next time.
Yeah, there we go. And I was coming here to Florida, you know, I thought to myself, I have been called an asshole for so many years. I think now that I could run for the governor of Florida. Thank you. I will accept your vote.
So, Pat, bringing it back to you. Barry was a new cast member. You worked with a lot of the people who were in the Rocky Horror Show when they moved it to being in the film. What was it like meeting the new cast members that were not part of the show?
Well, I kind of recall that we were having a singing rehearsal, which was in a vacant hotel in Earl's Court in London. And this hotel, so we had a rehearsal room in this vacant hotel place. And there was nothing in it except chairs and the piano, and Richard Hartley at the piano, and the chandelier, and all of us waiting to get up and rehearse our songs. And suddenly this rather large fellow arrived, this redneck Texan, and said to me, "Ha, hun!" Oh dear, who's that? I never met him before. But of course that was Mr. Loaf. I mean, he'd come from the Roxy with Tim Curry, where he'd been on stage with him. Uh-huh. Anyway, this boy got up to sing, and he sang his Hop Judy. It's Hop Judy, isn't it? Sorry. And I swear the chandelier shook. It was amazing.
Your chandelier shook too, right? I understand, if I remember correctly.
Asshole. But then this fellow, Mr. Meatloaf, was on the stage. We were in the making the film, and we were on the set and whatever. And he came over to me and he said, "I was voted the best kisser in my high school in Texas." I said, "Really? Well, one would have to sample that." So I proffered my lips, and he began. I said, they were right. You are the best kisser in your high school in Texas.
I had a tasty slice of meatloaf once myself.
All right, on to Nell. We are in Florida, in Orlando, the home of Disney World. Tell us a little bit about the mouse ears.
Well, funny enough, I'd come to do a fashion show in Los Angeles at Mr. Charles with Zandra Rhodes, and I saw Tim in the LA production with Meatloaf. And Tim said, I've got a few days off, why don't we go to Palm Springs and stop in on Disneyland on the way? And Tim brought me those mouse ears, and then we hung out. You can probably see on, online somewhere the photos of us in our bathing suits, each taking turns wearing my mouse ears. And Brian Thompson, I used to wear them so often, he said, when it came time to do the film, he said, you've got to wear them in the film. So that's why I'm wearing them in my bedroom with you. But also, I want you to know that since Disney purchased 20th Century Fox and now own the film, they promptly telephoned to the director, Jim Sharman, and they said, we're trying to make the film family friendly for Disney Plus. We would like to remove Nell's nipples, and would you like to do that? And he wrote back to Disney and said, I have no experience in removing nipples. I'm not about to start now.
I thought they were going to ask you to remove the ears.
Yeah, anyway, so the nipples have gone. Not on the film, but on Disney Plus. They took 5 things away, so I'm going to let you discover what the other 4 things they censored.
Oh, I'm trying to find out.
I watched it last night.
Barry, thinking of...
Talking about Disney, this is a Disney town, right? And I hear that they're starting a new ride at Disney World, Transsexual Transylvania Land.
The villain's land.
All the rides swing both ways. I'm so sorry.
I heard a marvelous thing the other day. This young girl was a schoolgirl, very young schoolgirl, and she was in school and she was telling all her pals at school, my uncle's a transsexual Transylvanian.
Aww.
And the headmistress pulled her up and said, what the hell are you talking about? I love that. My uncle's a transsexual Transylvanian.
I thought that was going to be the niece of Tim Curry.
Asshole for governor!
Barry, your song, Brad's song from the movie Once in a While, was cut out of the film. How do you feel about that?
I had a song in this movie? Oh.
It was wasn't cut out. It's just that the film was getting too long, and sadly they couldn't put that in. But you know that better than anyone. But
Well,
it was wonderful. I know. Well, I'm going to let him tell it. Okay.
What am I telling? I'm telling that I don't remember the
I just
song.
wanted to say how brilliant it was.
Once in a while, she don't want to call you. Speaking on the telephone. Once in your life, she don't. That's all I remember of that shitty song. Time that it takes for a heart to beat again. And what? Once in your life, she don't want to know you. You look around, the one you found, she is gone. And that's all the time that it takes.
That was pretty good. Round of applause. All right. Round of applause for all three of these wonderful people here. Are you guys ready to start a movie?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Well, what do we do? How do we start this movie?
Well, without any further ado, may I please have an R?